Now we are going to estimate nitrogen by using the most popular Dumas method. So first thing is that you must be curious to know that what is the principle behind. So what we are going to do here, we are going to take the organic compound which is supposed to contain the nitrogen, as we all know that it contains carbon, hydrogen, and along with that obviously the nitrogen will be present. And we are going to mix it with copper oxide, and this mixture is actually heated in the atmosphere of CO2, and what do you get as a result? We get the nitrogen gas. Then we are going to convert this nitrogen, volume of this nitrogen into volume at NTP, and then we are going to find the percentage, right? It's clear, this is the basic principle. So the reactions which are involved actually is that, because I am going to mix the organic compound with copper oxide, and we know that it contains carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen. So that means when we will just burn them or react them, they are going to form Cu plus CO2 in this case, H2O plus Cu in this case, and Cu, N2 and many other nitrogen oxides in this case. So we have this kind of apparatus. This is a CO2 supply chamber, this is the combustion tube, and this is the nitrometer. So what I am going to do here, I need a CO2 supply, and how I am going to get the CO2? I am going to heat sodium bicarbonate here, right, and as a result we get CO2. This CO2 is passed from concentrated sulfuric acid, because this acid actually, you know, that is it is a dehydrating agent, so it just removes the moisture. So now our CO2 is actually deprived of any moisture, it is moisture free. So now this CO2 is being passed into this combustion tube, which contains the organic compound mixed with copper oxide, right. So when CO2 passed through this organic compound and copper oxide mixture and the wall of the nitrometer is opened, there is no bubble which is seen in the potassium hydroxide. This actually confirmed that only gas which reached the potassium hydroxide was the CO2. Right. So this you have to confirm before starting the method, right. So this is confirmed there is no other gas other than the carbon dioxide. So now what we are going to do is that this CO2 is again passed here, and in the furnace we are going to heat this compound. And when we heat this compound, we get these kind of reactions. So we get as a result we get the nitrogen gas. This nitrogen gas passes through this tube and passes through KOH and gets collected here over the KOH. And it will obviously exert pressure, and because it will contain a moisture also, so this pressure will be actually the additive sum of the pressure of the nitrogen gas and the aqueous tension. So this is actually the pressure. We need to record the atmospheric pressure also, we need to record the aqueous tension also, we need to record the room temperature also. Right. So now what we are going to do is, we are going to convert this volume of nitrogen which is obtained into the volume of nitrogen at NTP by ideal gas equation. So what is that? It is P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. Right. So we need the value, obviously we need the relative values for that. So here our P1 is obviously the pressure, that is the pressure of nitrogen gas minus aqueous tension, because here we need only the pressure which is merely due to the nitrogen. V1 is the volume which is occupied, let us say the volume which is occupied is VML. So V1 is V. Temperature here is T plus 273, we are recording the room temperature actually. We need to change into NTP conditions, so P2 at NTP is 760 mm of mercury, and our V2 we need to find that, and T is obviously at STP condition is 273 Kelvin. So when I put all these things into this formula, I get my V2. Let's say my V2 obtained is VML. My V2 obtained is VML, that means I have got the volume occupied by the nitrogen gas at NTP comes out to be VML. So now we need to find the mass actually. So how we will do that? From Avogadro law we know that 22.4 liters volume is occupied by how much gas? It is equal to the molecular mass of the gas, right. So same here, if we talk in ml, so we can say 22400 ml is occupied by how much grams of nitrogen? Obviously equal to the molecular mass, that is the 28 grams. So 1 ml will have how much mass? 28 divided by 22400. This much grams, right, and we are looking for VML. So VML will have mass equal to 28 upon 22400 into V. So this will be the actually the percentage of the nitrogen, or the you can say the mass of the the percentage of the nitrogen or the volume of the mass of the nitrogen which is actually present in the given sample. So this is how you can calculate the nitrogen by using just the popular Dumas method. So what is the principle behind? The same thing which I told you in the short when we started. Organic compound heated with copper oxide in furnace in the atmosphere of CO2 which you got from this side, and then what we get the free nitrogen collected over here, and which has a pressure equal to P plus aqueous tension, and then we just converted into volume at NTB by using the ideal gas equation, and then we found the percentage of the nitrogen by using the simple unitary method, because we know that this thing 1 mole occupies 22.4 liter at STP conditions. So we can just shuffle them up and we can just calculate by using the unitary method. So this is how we can derive the estimate, and we can estimate the nitrogen by using the Dumas method.